The people of Afghanistan have lived through almost 4 decades of conflict, which have resulted in massive and chronic humanitarian needs. Nearly half of the population, around 18.4 million, that was already in need of humanitarian protection and assistance, is currently facing serious food insecurity. The country's economy and healthcare system are on the brink of collapse, which can lead to a catastrophic humanitarian crisis if we do not act now. More than 500,000 civil servants, including health workers, did not receive their salaries since 3 up to 6 months. Important part of the nascent educated middle class that has been developed over 20 years of massive international assistance has been evacuated in 3 weeks' time, and the trend continues. This brain drain will take years to be rebuilt in a normal situation. Healthcare facilities are either out of function or overloaded and underfunded. In addition, they are unable to deliver essential health services. Lack of cash and fuel shortage constitute an increasingly urgent challenge for many families to keep themselves fed and warm during the harsh winter conditions, which can expose the population, especially children, to numerous health risks. While most fighting has come to a halt, we continue to see on a regular basis many incidents caused by mines and explosive remnant of war in several parts of the country, leading to numerous deaths and injuries, including among children. The ICRC has served the people of Afghanistan for more than 30 years and is considered one of the few humanitarian organizations that responds to people's need in terms of assistance and protection in a complete, neutral and impartial manner. We have recently scaled up our health support as an emergency 6-month intervention to help the health sector dealing with the current challenges. 18 regional and provincial health facilities serving hundreds of thousands of people across the country will be fully supported by the ICRC. We are also mobilizing support for returnees, including farmers and women-headed households. Our detention activities continue, and this month only, we managed to visit 3 places of detention in Kabul, Herat and Kandahar, assisting thousands of detainees. Access to water is also one of the important areas we continue to invest in. We are reaching out to the concerned authorities to ensure that international law is followed when security operations take place and when the law is being enforced. Access remains one of our biggest challenges. Some areas in Afghanistan are much harder than others to access. Sporadic attacks are still recorded in certain regions, so we need to ensure that the ICRC is respected and accepted, and the team won't be caught up at the wrong place and the wrong time. Shortage of cash and the looming collapse of the banking system and impossibility for international banking transfers are additional challenges that greatly impacting our operations in the country. And while we try to find temporary solutions to keep our activities ongoing, the problem is beyond the mandate and capacity of humanitarians. A political solution needs to be found as soon as possible to avoid having the Afghan population paying the price one more time. To conclude, as said days ago by our Director General, Mr. Robert Mardini, humanitarian aid cannot replace a functional economy. And quoting the ICRC President, Mr. Peter Maurer, following his visit to Afghanistan last September, I would like to reiterate that it is of utmost importance not to let humanitarian aid be conditioned by political or other stipulations. This dangerous path erodes the principle of mutual, independent, and humanitarian action, and risks that the people in need do not receive the relief they require. It weakens respect for international humanitarian law and for humanitarian actors.